What is up, guys? Jake from OneHive here with the next war recap video. Before we get started, I just want to apologize because I have only had one video a day for the last few days, and or one clash video a day for the last few days, and that's probably going to continue at least through today. But hopefully on Saturday we'll be caught back up, and I can get two out for you guys. 2 days in a row with replays being wiped is just brutal. I mean, I did the best I could. I'll try to get caught up, but it does set me back a little bit on content. So doing my best, hang in there. The war that we just had against the Renegados, not a super close war, but they did try, so we'll show what they did to our bases. They didn't even attack Crispy Crunch, which is kind of strange because it was one of those wars where they had a lot of Town Hall 10s, like I think 7 or 8 to our 1, and more Town Hall 10s than we did, and etc. I mean, it was pretty wild as far as the bases that we had to hit, and you'll see what I'm talking about in a minute. Because when you've got Town Hall 11s, 7 to 1, Town Hall 11s are hard to hit, and you'll see right there one of them did not even get a star on it. It was close. I think it was like 48%. And then a few Town Hall 10s. I mean, we were just short on attacks. There was still a lot of 3-stars though, as far as Town Hall 10s go, and I'm going to show some of those. So there was a lot of practice going on, not so much worrying about the outcome. Obviously, all Town Hall 9s were 3-stars. So good job to everybody at OneHive. It was a win and a convincing one, so no big deal. All right, I'm going to show you one Town Hall 11 attack. Crispy Crunch taking out and almost getting the 3-star on this one. It was a nice play and big, huge, wide open base, which just begs for one of these mass witch and golem attacks. Just opens it up right here with some quake spells, which is going to allow everything to just pour right into it. Again, no reason to worry about anything. Maybe should have tried to wall breaker in or just jumped in right there, simply because using 4 spells, that's 2 jumps. I think he could have funneled everything in time to have a jump. So maybe had he done that and had maybe one more spell to bring in another rage or something like that, maybe even a heal spell, might have made it. But still, very good job. You see that the buff eagle artillery against those golems really roasted them right there. Look at that. They're already busting the golemites. Maybe this is going to change the Town Hall 11 meta a little bit to where these golems are just sort of left at home. Maybe some giants go in just to sort of allow the witches to get their skeletons queued up and just bring more skeletons, more witches, and just try to rock their way through, because those golems just absolutely get roasted by that by that eagle artillery at this point. Look at the on the ground there where that hits, actually like leaves a crater on the ground. It's kind of cool, actually. But right here, everything moving through. Again, he doesn't have a lot of spells to buff anything. It's just sort of, he had the jumps to go in. He did have the one rage spell he's already used. And then everything else is just sort of on its own as it goes through. Now, that does have the warden sort of buffing those witches' skeletons and the witches themselves, the queen, everything. Finally, the eagle artillery goes down, and everything is just continuing to try to run through this base. But I think, again, just not having any buff swarm, they just had to sort of on their own. I said the queen's ability still, but look at the right side there. It seemed like everything just sort of got drawn to the left. That right side is starting to flank in on his queen and on the rest of his troops. They're not really, nothing's tanking for it, and nothing's attacking it, so they really get a lot of damage on them here. So I use that queen's ability. She gets hit by a giant bomb. It just almost takes her down. So she comes out of her invis, she's gone, and that is pretty much that. We will fast forward here because there's just a little bit of cleanup to do. The warden trying to do his thing, but as soon as the warden starts getting targeted by anything, pretty much, it goes down very quickly. So you'll see here in just a moment, it gets in range, and these archer tower starts pegging it, and boom, it will go down really, really quick. Another giant bomb to clear that wave, and there it goes. That is that. Good try to Crispy. Very, very close. Just had a couple of defenses left, didn't get it done. All right, moving on. Predator taking out number 9 with a beautiful 3-star attack here. We like this one. Predator doing an awesome job. Almost has that level 40 queen, not quite. Drops her down. Obviously, with the healers are going to do a queen walk like all Town Hall 10 attacks do. Come in, grab this first air defense, and then a few balloons on the bottom there just to take out that archer tower. You'll see right here, just one drops, one gets a bomb off, and then it drops, and that does it. Then the queen moving her way up. Just getting the air defense, and he's going to drop some wall breakers here in just a minute right there to open up this compartment to let her in, let her continue her walk down. Obviously, she's going to engage the queen. That's going to be nice to get her taken care of, and then he's going to also wall breaker at the other side, I believe, to let her out and continue her walk around the base. So that's looking good. Then he'll come in with his king and his little bitty miniature kill squad here in just a few moments. But he did rage up the queen to let her get healed back up. He knew she was about to engage here. So those raged up healers really keep her protected. You see, even dealing with that queen and that expo, life barely moved with those raged healers. So nice job there. Just continuing around, taking out these trash buildings, and then we'll get in there to that wizard tower. Nice pre-poison there. Gets that archer and the wizard in there. Now she's obviously going to have to deal with that lava hound on her own, but the two small troops go down pretty quickly to that poison. So that was very nicely done. Does have a haste spell in the bag, a couple of rages, and a couple of freezes still left over. So just planning on probably taking this out all by itself. Don't think he'll need the ability or anything with his queen at level 4 or level 39 and those healers on it. So you'll see right there, drops a couple minions. I like that move. That's 4 troop space, and those 2 minions right there completely protect the healers. Just absolutely tear through those pups really, really quick. They're like one-shotting them. So that's sort of a move we're seeing used a lot. Instead of like a poison or something there, just a couple minions. Protects your healers, helps clear those minions or those pups even quicker, and gets everything back to the queen walk doing her thing. She's going to get around here and get that next air defense. She can just reach it right there. So she locks on, takes it out. Here comes another balloon, couple balloons actually. One goes down to a black bomb, but right there the archer tower is distracted. That's going to get in there, get a few free drops, and get a nice kill. Then you see the king coming on the other side, already sending in the lava hounds and the balloons though, just trying to send everything through. Has a couple of hogs there. That's just to try to get in there and get that air defense taken care of just a little bit quicker. The first freeze goes down on that front side inferno tower. It goes down in just a minute. Actually, rages up these balloons. They take out a few. Oh, actually, I thought they would take that out. Forgot there. That's a single inferno, though, so they do take them out one at a time. But find the balloons, get there, drop the bomb. It's done. Another rage gets those Teslas taken down pretty quickly, and you see the backside freeze, keeping that multi from really taking out much of his balloons. And then right there, those balloons are still raged up. Come in there, one drop, and then I think a crash right there. Almost gets it. As soon as this next balloon crashes. Oh, no, it doesn't actually. The queen's going to have to come through there and get done. Sorry, guys, I've been watching a lot of attacks, and I'm actually was pretty distracted tonight. But anyways, I'll do my best to get through this. X-bow goes down, and then the multi-inferno goes down. The queen was invis, just takes it out, and that has just enough pups left over. Only one balloon there, so very, very close attack, but does get the nice 3-star. Excellent job to Predator. All right, moving on here. Let's check out Alpha Dog, taking out number 12. And this one I liked. I like this attack a lot. 3 zaps and a quake. I'm going to take out that first air defense, or excuse me, that first inferno tower right there. Did get a little bit damage on the air defense and enough to take it down. So an inferno tower and an air defense gone. Now the reason that air defense went down is clearly because this guy did not upgrade his air defense. They are still at Town Hall 9 level, so that makes them much more vulnerable to an attack like that. But really got a leg up on this one if he can get in here, get this next inferno tower taken care of, the queen taken care of. Obviously, what's left is Town Hall 9 level troops, the defenses, excuse me. So the wall breakers open up, the golems moving in, the wizards are creating the funnel. He does have the level 8 Teslas though, so that can cause a bit of a problem there if you aren't careful and get those taken care of. When those balloons start getting targeted by those, they go down very quickly. You see the CC troops coming out, drops the poison down. That is perfect. The king's going in, taking the queen out. Then once all the smoke clears here, that queen's going to be sort of standing here, and there's going to be a couple air defenses that she can get to pretty easily, honestly. You see the king's about to go down. That multi-inferno plus those dragons and stuff took him down. But right here, he can use his queen's ability, and she's going to get in there, take out this inferno tower, and then even on to that next air defense and get a few shots on it. I believe the archers are at least anyways, but he doesn't really need that air defense to go down. It's a bonus that the queen stepped up and took it out. But he's sending his lava hounds in, just soaking those bombs up. The balloons are coming in. Everything is going great. He does have another hound here. He's going to send on the backside for that last air defense that he has to worry about. But look how many different defenses his balloons are attacking right now. That's what I love about this attack. If you can get your balloons, to attack 4, 5, 6 defenses at one time, the base just all of a sudden is gone. There's nothing left. You see that last air defense is just sort of on its own because the first lava hound soaked up all the traps, so there was really nothing to hit it besides the air defense. It being level Town Hall 9 level defense takes a long time for it to go down, and you'll see how many balloons he had left over because that lava hound tanked for so long. Beautiful attack by Alpha Dog. Absolutely smashed that base just like a Town Hall 10 should on an early Town Hall 10 like that. Beautiful. It's what you want to see. Alpha Dog killing it lately. All right, moving down. Here we go. Hell, and it has happened, guys. Hell is officially a Town Hall 10. Look at that. Level 31 queen. Got the 5 zaps queued up here. He is going to go right in there and zap down this queen, I believe, and an inferno tower. I can't remember. I think he is. Nope, actually, he wouldn't wait for the queen. I think he probably could have waited for the queen there, but he just did not. She's low level. It's not that big a deal. He did get both of these inferno towers, though. So one quake, one more, and it's going to touch those off. Kaboom. See you, inferno towers. Yeah, I'm not sure why Hell didn't wait. If he dropped him right there, I think that low-level queen, that level 9 queen, would have been dead from all those zaps. But maybe not. He was just probably trying to focus on the placement, get it right in there, and get it taken care of. Queen goes down with some healers. Got a balloon up top for that archer tower. That's nice. It's going to go down in the wizards and those archers. Look at those archers. That's free stuff out there just for, what's that, probably 8 or 9, maybe 10 troop space. Beautiful. They're all going to go down. Obviously, the queen's going to go the direction he wants here. She's going to get in and take that air defense down, and she's also going to engage this queen, I believe, right here. Yep, going to engage the queen, take her out. He does not have a rage or anything for it, but does have her ability. Goes ahead and pops it. Takes that down, then goes the air defense. Now he's at a point where he's only got 3 air defenses left. There is a few Town Hall 10 level troops or defenses on this base, but he is a very, very good air attacker. And as soon as he gets his queen walked down as far as he wants to, he's going to unleash those hounds and those balloons, and it is going to be all over. Look how everything is sort of nicely lined up. All those archer towers and all the air defenses and the wizard towers are all on the outside. He should have had those cannons out there, those defenses in there towards the core. Would have been a much harder air attack to do, but that's not what this guy did. But it does look pretty with that X-bow and the cannons all fanned out like that. I'll give him that. It looks nice. But as you can see, the queen's coming down. She's going to get to that next air defense as soon as she gets through this storage and maybe another trash building. And on the left side, he's going to open up with wall breakers here and the king's going to get in there and get yet another air defense. So this base is going to be left with 1 air defense, and all of those outside defenses just prime for the picking with those 19 balloons he's got left. Are you kidding me? This base is roasted at this point. The king's going in, uses the ability there. Here it goes. The only threat really left on this base is that Tesla farm right there in the corner. I love what he does here. He gets the balloon started in already. Look at that. Balloon started in early, targeting 3 different defenses right there. Then sends in the Lava Hound just to sort of run past them. And as the Lava Hound is running through, all of those Teslas are targeting the wrong thing because all of a sudden they get out of the range. Oh, there's a wad of balloons on my face dropping bombs, and that's not good. So there they go, dropping the bombs. I'm actually going to fast forward it because, I mean, this base is roasted. I mean, there's nothing to look at. He's already deployed everything. The queen's doing her thing, walking around. The balloons are just going to move their way through. There goes the Lava Hound exploding for him, which is great. Getting a few pups for cleanup. But look at this. Nothing can hardly even touch him at this point. 1 archer tower. All those pups, all those balloons, just absolutely smashed it. Beautiful attack by hell. All right, one of my favorite probably attacks from this war was this one, Zimban. Going in on 19, and I don't know, I like this one. This is Zap Quake and Dragons and a Queen Walk, and doing it on a Town Hall 10 as a Town Hall 9, so how cool is that? Coming at it here from, I think, let's see, wait, I think this is the one where he zaps the Queen, yeah, right here, he's going to drop the Quake down, wait just a moment, right there, the Queen steps up, boom, boom, drops the lightning spells, and she is gone, as well as an Inferno Tower, so great start there. Oh, when he drops the Quake, the Inferno Tower will be gone, there it goes. Everything looking great for the start of this attack. Then I believe he comes in from the right side, yep, with a bunch of minions. A lot of high HP out there, but just drops a minion on each one of them, and eventually they will get it taken care of. Nothing's touching them. Nothing in range over there. Does the same thing on the left side. So beautiful usage of cheap troops to take out very high HP buildings, which also allows him late in the raid to have a very little cleanup. Everything just sort of burns right through at the end of it. So very nicely done. Queen going down. She's going to start walking in. He does have some wall breakers to let her in here in just a moment. Here they come. She takes out that storage. That opens it up. She'll take out 1 more collector, and then from there she will be working her way in towards that first air defense. But also look at this. 1 wizard tower goes down. She's going to get 2 more archer towers, then the air defense, then 2 more archer towers. That is a huge amount of towers to take out on an air attack like this with dragons and whatnot. So I just love it. I think it was just a great plan, well executed. Everything was just so optimized. His spell usage was optimized. His troop usage was. Everything just went perfectly. There's the second archer tower going down. Air defense is already down. Here goes another archer tower. I think a Tesla pops here in a minute. Just so much huge air defense value for this Queen Walk. He's got more wall breakers here, and you'll see in a minute why he's got them. He's going to let this Queen continue to come around here and get down there to that next air defense. So there's only going to be a couple left. And I think from there he will send in his dragons at 1. And I think he's got a Lava Hound in the CC maybe for the other one. I can't remember. You'll see in just a moment, though. The last wall was weakened a little bit by the wall breakers. Queen comes around, and here you can see she's going to more archers down here, just taking out. He had so many of those cheap troops like that, take all these outside buildings that were just not defended. Such a bad decision on base design there. But here come the CC troops. He does not have any type of poison for them, but he does have a rage, which just drops it down. And those balloons are slow enough that the Queen is dead by the time they get there, and they literally don't even get a bomb drop off. A couple of crashes, but that is nothing. Here's the air defense. It's going to go down. You see the King dropped right there, and a few more wall breakers to let him in. Everything's going to move through. I think he goes ahead and starts with his dragons on the right side here in just a moment, which is going to allow them to start just taking out some of those buildings and get their. I mean, their job is one of the air defenses, I believe, and obviously to get into that inferno tower. It's a level 1 multi inferno, and you got high level dragons. Right there's the lava hound. He's going to let the queen come around, take out this last air defense on the bottom, then let that lava hound tank for that one as the dragons move in. Very smart. Level 1 multi inferno. If you've got high level maxed out dragons for 10 all 9, it takes a pretty good while for them to go down to that. So if there's something out in front like that lava hound that's soaking up the traps, and there's not a whole lot of point defense right there, which there's not at this space, that level 1 Inferno Tower is really not that scary for them. So you'll see the Queen's still doing her thing with some healers on her. The healers are being targeted by that X-Bow for a moment. One goes down. So she's going to get, she's sort of close, but she's fighting her way back up in health. And then right here, the dragons start closing in. Those X-Bows start dropping off. And then as soon as they get locked onto this Inferno Tower, it's going to take just a few more breaths, and then it's going to go down. Kaboom, it's gone. As you can see, this base is done. Beautiful attack by Zamban. Probably my favorite attack in this war that I saw. All right. Then I'm going to show you one of mine. Base was already 3-starred. When I came in, everything was 3-star Town Hall 9. But I did do it a little bit quicker, and I hadn't been able to do a live attack for you guys lately. I've been so freaking busy. But I thought, okay, I'll show one of my attacks for y'all. It was nice, a little Go Valho. Again, it had already been 3-starred, so I knew it was in the CC. I don't think I knew where the giant bombs were, because I didn't really watch the attack. I just sort of, again, it was already 3-stars, so it wasn't like a real strategic attack. You'll see some mistakes that were made. So I just went ahead, saw what was in the CC, knew I could lure it, knew I could poison it, and went with my plan from there just to see. Because a lot of times I like to see if my plan's going to work. I didn't want to know if there was a lava hound in there or not, because it would have changed whether I was doing a quake spell here. It would have changed whether I brought a quake in the clan castle or not, or another poison. So right there, just poison that all down, take out the dragon and the loons, and then I come in. You see the few minion right there, actually the one minion right there on that. Taking it out, create my funnel right here. Another wizard up top to create the funnel that direction. A few wall breakers go in. Kind of bad timing right there, because the first few got their bomb off. And I didn't mean to bring this many wall breakers, honestly. I don't know how I ended up with that. I mean, again, it was a pretty rushed attack. Just look at the base, come up with a plan, look what's in the CC, execute. So Golem's out front. He's going to go in here, waiting just a little bit to let him get ahead. And then here goes my king and my redheads. Again, nice wide funnel. Knew they were all going to go in. No big deal there. Then I drop the quakes in, just to open up that compartment. You can see they can get all the way to the queen. They can get in there and get a lot of good stuff. Drop the heal down for them. I know my girls are going to be okay once I heal them up. Then just start sprinkling in a few hogs. You see a couple on the top there, a couple on the bottom, just to sort of start working their way through, taking out these distracted defenses, and end up working out real well, because that Expo was distracted, and as soon as I take it out here, there is a double bomb set there, and I think the other bomb set right there you'll see in the middle, my kill squad triggered part of it, and my hogs triggered part of it. So all the hogs that I have left, plus this heal right here, see the redheads still doing their job. The king in there still pretty much full health. The queen still doing her thing. I went ahead and dropped the heal down for these hogs on the bottom, just to make sure that they were okay. It's a little misplaced actually, but no big deal. Not a lot of damage coming their way, and that was it. Everything was out. It was just cleanup time. A lot of HP on the outside, but I wasn't really worried about it. I knew I had plenty of time to get it done. Wizards spread out everywhere. Hogs doing their thing. Still some Valks, the queen, the king, all getting it done and getting the 3-stars. So there you go. One builder hut that may take a little bit longer than it should have, but not a bad attack. I'll take it. All right, one more for you guys. Let's see here. I'm going to call this guy Crix. I mean, I'm not sure exactly how you would say that, but how often do we get to see a nice Go Valo? Because most people know not to put all of their air defenses in the core. However, every once in a while, you get a chance at one like this, and I just enjoy watching them because it's such a cool attack. You go in there in the core, you take out all the defenses, air defense that is, and then you just unleash this wall of balloons. He's got 14 of them, so you know what's going to happen. He's just going to come in from the top here. Got a jump spell. You're going to let everything. He's going to create his funnel. He's waiting for that dragon to go down. As soon as it goes down, he will unleash everything. 10 Valks. That's a lot of Valks, I mean, for any attack, honestly. But it worked really, really well with especially with two golems. 10 Valks, 2 golems, that's a very tanky composition. But again, it works nicely. Drops those in. They're distracting everything. Drops those wizards in to just clear out the trash, clean up the middle. As soon as all this trash is out of the way and he knows his Valks are going in, he's going to drop them down with the king, and he's got the jump spell right there to let him go in. I like the placement on the jump spell because it kind of kept him from going left and right. It got him into that core. You know, if he got him into that core, Teslas were going to start popping. The queen was going to engage. They were going to stay in there and get everything taken care of. He drops the rage and the heal, which I love. Probably would have dropped the heal first and then the rage a little bit further because they just sort of run right through the heal. And they're almost right here. They're already out of it. So I would change that a little bit, but again, very, very nicely done. Drops the second heal for him. Everything is great. The core is almost done. Only a couple air defenses left. He's already dropping the loons in. They're just running through, taking everything out that they run into. Right there's the last air defense going down. Boom, it's gone. Queen's walking around doing her thing. More balloons coming on that side. Just awesome attack. You see the wave coming through. The loons doing their thing. The core, that kill squad did its job perfectly. There's still redheads up. The king's still up. I think there's still still golem up. I mean, my goodness, just tore through this base. I like how he targeted that actual, snuck it in there. Targeted that archer tower. It didn't take it out, but what it did do is soak up like 4 traps right there. So that was pretty nice. The last thing they can hurt is balloons. It goes down, and that is the match. So beautiful job by Crix. Very nice attack, and good job to everybody at OneHive. Pretty easy war, but again, we were probably, sort of in the mood for a pretty easy war after what all we've had going on. Tough war after tough war. It's been enjoyable, but every once in a while, you just want to chill and not have to worry about planning an attack very long. So awesome job, guys. Here's the stats. Hope you all enjoyed the video. And again, hopefully they'll stop wiping my replays and we will be back on track very, very soon with a couple of videos a day for you guys. Today, you're probably going to get a stream later on, so be looking for that. You guys always ask me. It's on camcord. If you're not following me on Twitter, follow me on Twitter. You'll know when I stream. I always tweet out about it. And you get to see my new overlay. That is sweet, I think, anyways. All right, guys. And then tomorrow, Coffee and Clash. Don't miss it. Till next time, Jake from OneHive doing my best to help you guys suck less.